Welcome, guys. This is the Two Wins podcast. My name is Matsidiso.
And my name is Tsidiso, and together we are the
T-Twins. Welcome
back. Welcome back. So this is the continuation of
story time.
The story time. Yeah, the previous video.
Yeah.
We're still continuing with the story of her life.
My life, how I ended up being a single mom.
Yeah, her life, how she ended up being a single mom. Yeah.
Yes. So Hannah, we ended up on when I was pregnant, 9 months pregnant or 8 months pregnant. I met this guy, and now he wants to come back into my life. Then I accepted him because of the pregnancy hormones.
Okay.
So I decided.
So you were 8 months pregnant?
Yes, I was 8 months pregnant when we met him.
I don't think you were 8 months pregnant. There's no way that you were 8 months pregnant. Do you understand that you are left with 1 month to
I was
give
still
birth?
very much active. I remember even 2 days before.
No. It's not because of that. Because there's a lot of things that happened before you. Because there was a baby shower after that. So you can't tell me you were 8 months pregnant.
Oh, okay. Maybe
No,
Mama
you were
7. Mama 7, 6, somewhere there. But it was closer. But it was the 3rd trimester. Okay. So now I meet this guy. So I try to convince you to let him come back into my life. You don't want to. That's the reason why we're booking at the hotel, because that's closer to my house, because he wasn't accepted at my house. Then he did the right things, because I remember we were planning a baby shower. You were planning the baby shower.
No, I wasn't planning a baby shower because the last time I checked, I was still not convinced about this guy coming back to your life. And you had a discussion with him, and then he asked you, who can we involve regarding the baby shower?
Yeah.
Because you met with your friend and her other friend. Was it you or it's him when you gave him their number? Because you thought I wasn't going to be involved at all. Yeah. So
he met them, and then the second meeting I was there.
Okay.
Because I remember we were in Eastgate.
Yes.
When we met this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I want to mention that is because the friend called me after they met the guy, and she said, we met your twins boyfriend. So the things that he was saying, it was kind of off, like,
I don't even want you to say it's my boyfriend.
He was your boyfriend. So your friend said to me, okay, I get him, but he was just too extra, like too good to be true. He was saying things that are just too good to be true. So I asked her, what did he say? She said, no.
Summarize.
He asked me what kind of a car your sister would like, because he wants to buy her a car as a gift for a baby shower. But looking at this guy, it doesn't look like he's the kind of a guy, like even the way your twin described him. Because when your friend's boyfriend can afford to buy you a car, your friends will know. But then according to how a friend knew him, based on what you said, or based on how you described him, it wasn't making sense that the guy will buy you a car for a baby shower.
Like, that person, he lies to the point, he lies about every, there's someone who lies about every single thing. Like when he lies in January, he lies to cover, like he tells you something in January and he's covering up for the lies he's going to tell in December. So that he'll come back and say, but I remember in December I did say this, in January I did say this to you. Like he lies to the point where when he says something, I need to go and verify. I don't just say yes, everything.
Even just a small thing, because it's a build-up for something huge.
It's a little joke. It's a high, they are all lies. It's all about lies. Just jokes. And how you are lying. It's a joke. Trying to catch it. So I hate it when someone does that to me.
Yeah, I know.
So now
that guy was like a gaslighter of notes.
Yeah. So now It's not like I didn't believe that he will buy a car, but you know, someone who came into your life and he wanted you to believe that he is this person because he looks at you, he looks at your lifestyle and the things that you have, and he wants you to be that person that he thinks you want. Yeah, that was the case with him. So everything was the cover up for what he did and what he, like every fuck up. He was always covering up for what I did yesterday, what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Like nothing was pure.
Okay, so the baby shower came. So I kind of, you know, when the friend told me that now it's them who are supposed to be to plan the baby shower, I kind of felt bad, and I came to you and said, okay, it's fine. Okay, let's do this thing. So, all right, we organized, and did you give? Yeah, we gave him, because I went to the venue. They gave me the quotations and everything.
He paid.
He paid. Yeah, he did pay. He paid, and he came with, yo, I've never seen so many people in my life. But like at takes. I've never seen so many people in my life.
But it was
So
nice.
yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
We're not complaining.
Yeah.
Why did
Because
they
he had
sleep?
paid for
I
it.
can't remember. Why did
I
they
also
sleep?
don't remember.
Or did we make a plan? Yeah, we made a plan, because remember we went to the venue.
Yes.
And coming back from the venue, we came to the house, and then now it was a braai and everything.
Oh, another thing that
Yeah.
I actually skipped is that when I met this guy, I was in the middle of buying a house.
Yes.
Right? And you know it's a process, right? Lawyers and everything. So we separated before that deal was complete. I remember when he came back, I had just moved into a house, and it was like few weeks, because I remember I started the process of buying a house when I was 3 months pregnant.
Yeah.
So it went up because the aim was that when I give birth, I should be in my house. Yes. So now the baby shower, it was combined with the housewarming thing, because that was the same week that we moved into that house. Yes.
Yeah.
So he lied to these people and he said he bought
you a house. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so these people were so comfortable. They came, you know, when people like, they are sure that the man is the man, he's manning.
And at that time, he didn't even know how much that house cost.
he
Like,
didn't
he
know.
knows nothing. But he's that kind of a, people will respect. You know, I can see even now, because the things that, I'm actually telling this story because of the things that he writes on social media. Like, he doesn't say, oh, you did this. But if you listen carefully, you will think, okay, now I've actually took everything away from him because of he's covering up for the lies that he told to these people. Okay, that's my house. That was my house.
So now he wants these
this
people
for her.
to believe that
Because he even says, I went to Joburg, I came back penniless with only my handbag, nothing. Your luggage bag. Doesn't
that time he
back.
came penniless and he went back penniless. Okay, so yeah, and then okay, it was nice. I remember, no, they slept over. We made a plan. Some were sleeping in the kitchen.
I just opened
Some
for
was
someone.
yeah.
Can I just open the gate, my delivery?
Oh, okay.
Hello? Okay. Sorry about that. Yes.
So how are you going to get the stuff?
No, this person is gonna knock here. I'll go get my stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, guys. So that was the guy. So what happened after that? You gave birth.
So I gave
You
birth.
had your own medical aid, because
Yeah.
even this birth giving thing, it was an
It
issue.
was an issue.
It was an equal. Like this guy was taking shine in everything that
Yo,
you were doing.
he will take
He will
pictures.
be in the forefront. You know, if you are just living the life and you don't even think of bragging about it,
Because to me, it's a normal
it's a
life.
normal life. But
Yeah.
for him, like he got the bragging rights
Yes.
about just a normal life. For you, he'll brag, and people will think this woman is not talking about these things because they are not hers. It's this guy. It's this guy's finances.
So coming from there, I want these people to understand that this guy has never done shit for my daughter. Even starting from birth, the only thing that he did, he bought a baby cot
Oh, yes.
and a stroller.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
he bought. Those were the only things that he bought. Because at that time, I didn't
Even
see
with
the
them,
need.
he was breaking up.
Yeah, it was. I didn't see the need because I could afford those things. So it wasn't the thing of, oh, you need to buy this, you need to buy, like, you know. So he bought the things that he felt, okay, I'll be able to brag with this, you know. Yeah, so going to the hospital, I already have my medical aid. I don't even need a cent from him. From going to the checkups and I never asked for any, and he, even before he understood that I have a medical aid. He didn't even ask, well, how are you dealing with this? How are you gonna give birth? Like the monies and everything, it was no discussion where he was just cruising nicely. Okay, these things are happening. Because now I'm excited, I want a baby and I've been paying my medical aid, I'm fine, I'm organized, I don't really care. Only to I'm saying,
And he was the first one to take the picture and do a check-in so that people can see which kind of a hospital it is. Zoom. Post.
Yeah. I'm recording. Babe, I'm recording. Yeah, oh, are you coming back? Okay. Alright, so that was it. Now, we are at the hospital. We come back from the hospital. He's driving my car because I drove myself to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I come back with the baby and posting is excited and everything. Then, life continues. My mom was there. He went back. Another thing where I dodged the bullet, because I remember we were supposed at that time. Okay, can I just open for this person?
Yeah, but then I think I know what you're going to be talking about. I think she's going to be talking about the unabridged birth certificate. In terms of putting the guy on the unabridged birth certificate or not. But because remember, this is her story. She's the one who's supposed to tell it. I'm just reminding her where she kind of forgot, because you know these things happened a long time ago, because the child is now 12 years old,
turning 13.
Yeah, so what were you going to talk about? Where you said you
where I dodged the
bullet.
bullet. Yes, I remember when you know, it was at that time when they introduced this thing of when babies can get their birth certificates from the hospital.
Yes.
But the unabridged were not there yet.
Oh, okay.
It was just a normal birth certificate. But they were still advising that right. What was happening? The name of the father, the mother and the father. We wanted the mother and the father, but it was not unabridged. Because I remember there was a time, I think my daughter was 5 years when they introduced the unabridged birth certificate. Yes. So now, at that time, I can't remember what was happening with his passport. Yes, because he really wanted to be on the certificate.
Maybe it was,
but somehow, that couldn't happen. Somehow that couldn't happen, and also we felt like, because this was December, and then the plan was that in January these guys were going to pay the damages. So we felt like already this is their child, because their families had already met. So now we decided, no, let's put you on the birth certificate as well. But it couldn't happen, because I remember we were struggling. Even we had to go when the baby was just 2 or 3 days old. We went to town to apply for a birth certificate. So when I was on the queue, the lady who was in front of me was there to change the surname of the kids. I remember the lady who was helping her said to her, "You got married." No, she had just given birth already. She had just given birth. So that the surname of the child was supposed to be, let's say, Mahlangu, but this lady's surname is Tella. Now Mahlangu. And then she says, no, but this is not Mahlangu's child. And then they said, because you got married to Mahlangu and you just separated. Now she has a child with another person. She doesn't know where Mahlangu is at. But this child now has to be Mahlangu. You get that?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm standing there, I'm listening to all these things. So this lady's like, you people are just wasting our resources here at Omakas, because this week you come, you change the surname. The following week, you have separated with this guy. You want the surname back. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I decided that right there, I decided to, am I really putting this guy on my daughter's birth certificate? No, I'm not doing it. And I didn't do it. That's how I dodged a bullet. So she came as my surname and no father on the birth certificate. Because I remember even 5 years after, when we were doing unabridged, they asked, where is the father? I just said, I don't know where he is. So it's blank there.
Okay. No, I hear it. So now the child is here. Yeah. And then things are happening.
Yes.
And then this guy, he goes and says he wants to buy a car. He wants to, because he didn't buy that car that he told your friend that he's going to buy you as a surprise, like a baby shower surprise gift. He didn't do it as expected. So now
that one I didn't even put it to heart. Like I thought it was a joke. I wasn't expecting anything like that. And every time he starts saying something like that, and you are like, you don't believe him. Like, Wanyata, you take me for granted. You don't believe me, and you try to prove a point. The point that will be somehow, that will flop in a way.
Yeah, but then for Aza, GP came into the picture, which was like a huge deal, which is still a discussion where he comes from. Even now, people still think things happened there.
When I met this guy,
what car were you driving?
I had that car. It was a convertible, like a coupe convertible, like 2 doors.
Yeah,
a Mégane. He was obsessed with that car, right? Because I remember he would just suggest that we exchange cars. I drive this car and all of that.
Was he driving now? Because the last time I checked,
because he was always with people. Yeah. So this, because I remember a friend of mine said, because the car was like registration was personalized. Somebody came to me and said, I saw your car somewhere. It was full of
drunk boys,
dirty guys. Like, it was not a good side at all. So I was not happy. Then the other time he came back, the bonnet couldn't open. He had borrowed my car for a weekend. Remember, I'm not going to places and all, so I don't mind him taking my car. But the state of the car, like there was no class around it. Like so the bonnet is not closing. So I'm asking him, what's going on? Why bonnet is at some point the car is now overheating. It started having a lot of problems. Now, when I go there to check, it doesn't match the car, like it's bigger than
it's a battery truck.
Then I found out, because he will always put the blame on someone. No, my brother was driving this car. That's when I found out, even your brother drives my car. You know, my brother did this. So when he came back, all the way from Lesotho and to Joburg, like this bonnet wasn't closing properly. What's happened? Like, there was always a story. Some of the things I couldn't, because
always the story.
Always. And then now I started telling him, you're not gonna drive my car anymore. Then I decided, this car is not comfortable for a child, because it's a coupe and then one door. I need a bigger car, like a mommy car. You and I decided, your car was already paid off. I think my car was left with about less than a year to be paid off. Then we decided, okay, because this is the car that we love and it's more like our brand on this car, we are going to sell your car. With the money from your car, let's just
You
pay
pay
off
off
this one. Then you take this car. Then I go get another car that is more comfortable, new, like an SUV type of a car. That was an agreement between the two of us. Because remember, when we started buying cars, from her car to my car, it was the two of us. No one was involved. Like this person, when he found us, the cars were there, the house was there. Like, I didn't see any relevance of involving him into this whole deal, because
he just moved in.
Exactly, he just moved in.
Hey.
Yo, he got an influence from his sister as well. Because I remember this conversation started when he was away, but the sister had visited. We were talking about how we are doing this car thing, because I remember even the person who came to buy your car, the sister was there when they came to get your car. So he started asking questions. So we're not Makan.
Hey, as if then how
so we're not then we told her.
Yeah, she used to like to ask those kind of questions, because I remember even when she visited, because the house was a 2-bedroom house, and then she just came into the as if, like, I don't belong here.
Don't belong.
But which now I forgive her, because I think the brother told her that this is my house.
The way she was conducting herself,
you could tell that this woman feels like
there was a special, you know, the couch like this, then the space where, like a special place, like a very comfortable couch where you are facing the TV. She wanted to sit there, and then if you sit there, she would stand like this. She wouldn't until you, like, this person was convinced that this is my brother's house. But Nakibona,
because I remember we were even fighting for the mirror. In the bedroom. That she was saying a lot of things like
I remember you will acquire some scams about your shoes. Your shoes are expensive. Like those kind of things. Not knowing where all of this is coming from. So now I'm convinced the brother, because he's a liar, he lied to them. Because even with me, he lied to me. He said he's the one who's paying school fees for the sister. I do everything for my parents at home. So I asked the sister's friend the other time. The sister's friend said nothing. She said that lady has been paying her for her own school fees. At some point, she took a break and she found a job. That's when she saved money to finish varsity. It's not him. Yeah, because he had lied to me about his family. So I believe that he lied to his family.
Yeah, he was lying to the family. Yes. I won't even like say anything negative about them, because they believed him.
They believed him because he's got like qualifications.
Because the entitlement that the sister had is because she believed these are my brother's things.
But we all want to believe our family members. According to my assessment, after going to their house, their home and everything, I could see that this guy has never done anything for them. Like you could see, even when they wanted some stuff, they wouldn't go to him. They would just come. Like I could see with this guy. This is the kind of a person who has never done shit for his family. So what makes them believe now he's responsible, he's doing things for me, if he has never done things for them? Like, they're
just telling them that move like you must.
You know this because they started working. Medication. Yes. So now I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the sister. The sister is asking questions like, what's gonna happen to this other car? Now it's gonna be my brother's car. I'm like, no, it's gonna be my sister's car, because I
paid off the car with my money from my own car.
So they discussed. I assume they discussed with the brother, because Lena, when he got back, he asked the same questions. Attitude. Hey, but then the issue of the car is different. It has just been. Look, we skipped the lobola part.
Yeah.
Because now we're talking about how every weekend. Every week. Because in January,
this lobola was paid after the child was born.
Yes, the child was born, but that was before the sister could come visit. Then there was lobola. And we told her, because the kids about negotiate yeah, the damages. Abare, Bona, they don't believe in damages. And he had never mentioned the damages thing to his family. He had just said, we agreed that we are getting married. Then I go, next time they come here, it's lobola. Then since the child is here, we're still excited at that time. We have a newborn baby. I'm like, okay, let's just get married, that's fine. Lobola is okay. At that time, Lina, I was not clued up about this lobola thing. Where actually, when people pay lobola for you, you are customarily married. It's an engagement. I opened my eyes after the double HP story, and at that time, I was already in it.
When you mentioned that thing of engagement, there was a story again about engagement ring.
It comes after that one. It comes after because because the lobola was paid before
before the ring. Okay.
Yes. So now we went back home in January. They are coming. I think the child was a month old. They decided to come and pay lobola, and then it's literally it's a stunt. Go. Now I kept asking, how much do you have? You know, I wanted to know how much, so that I can also highlight my family.
Yeah.
You can charge him this much.
Because you have to know.
At that point, I got to realize, I know nothing about this person's finances. Like, I don't know how much he's worth. Like, I know nothing because he keeps lying and all. I've got livestock. Livestock. That's there, okay. No, and he makes sure that he brings livestock. I don't know.
Because now looking at this, I don't think those cows, they belong to him.
I don't know, because I just remember that on that day of lobola, I somehow felt miserable. You know when you know this thing, I'm doing this thing, but keep it low. Next time life it will pass. If it's like it, you know, like that. But honestly speaking, like I want to tell you the truth. I have never felt it in my heart where now I'm doing this for life. No. I'm just doing it for a few months. I'm just learning this person. If I have to go, I'll go. Like that. But I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it. That was my biggest mistake. Like the biggest mistake of my life, because I got into this. So I get it because we're just doing it. No. Yeah, so lobola hai lengolo Katiana, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that he's getting married. You know, then it happened again after having a child. Remember, or was it before lobola or after? Again, at that time, I knew that this guy has got one child, so my daughter is the second born. Then
no, second born is one because remember
when we separated, it's because that lady said they were divorcing. You know, I'm thinking it's the third born.
Now he confessed about
about the boy, and I hear that they are like a year or two apart. Yes. So now I'm thinking he's got 3 kids. Even his parents don't say anything about the kids. Even the one that he confessed about, the parents are not saying anything. They still talk about the girl only. They never said anything to me, of which I started doubting them. From there, they are supposed to sit me down and say, we don't care whether our son told you this or not, but now we know our child has got 5 kids. You get yourself into this knowing everything. They never did that. They were just bruising. Okay, then customary marriage. I'm not aware that I'm married. I'm still thinking I'm engaged. That's it. So now I start getting messages from left, right, and center, anonymous messages from body Facebook at that time. Do you know I have a child with him? Do you know I have a child with him? The truth came out, and I found out that he's got 5 kids. My daughter was supposed to be number 6. No, 4. My daughter was supposed to be number. So he's got the first born. Not the one he told me, not the girl. that he told me about. He's got a child before that girl.
Oh,
There is a firstborn, which is a boy.
Yes.
Then there is this girl.
And then there's a
boy. There is a
that
boy.
the mother sent
The mother sent the message and said, yeah. Then there is another cousin. This is a boy or this is a girl. I don't know that. Lena hakimutsa una go honna ha sure gore na one what phila ka because he was busy saying, oh, that's not my child, and then the mother ended up saying, so he never followed up. That's how cruel he is. He never followed up if the child is alive or not. So he was not sure if he has got this kid or not.
Yeah, but the child is there because this girl was Lerato's cousin, so Lerato
said
confirmed
the child
that
is
the child is there.
Yes, then that was my child.
Yeah.
But now, Hasangola the story on social media. He talks about the child that was in Botswana. Yeah. But all of these kids are not from Botswana. But in his stories, because he was bragging about the mother of the child, saying, you mustn't support because I'm getting married. Then he looked at that guy and said, oh, this one is rich. He will take care of the child. Then he just left them like that. He was bragging. So now, there's someone who's taking care of his kids somewhere in Botswana.
About someone who's taking care
of. So he was talking about Botswana kids. So these 4 kids, they're all from Lesotho, no Botswana here. So that's why I'm saying there's a child in between who comes from Botswana. So Azania should be number 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, but I'm not sure. I'm just saying. So what I wanted to say to you guys is that I didn't know about all these kids. He only told me about one, and the mother came out, and then after Nabolobola was paid, that's when I found out who number 5, number 6, but initially it's by the number 2. So now these things have happened. Now we're settling, we're supposed to be a family. He comes here and there, at some point, like not knowing whether is this person working or not. That's when I started getting messages from people who will say, some of the people will
say, this guy owes me.
There's another lady.
Even me, I used to get messages, your brother-in-law owes me.
Yes. Another thing happened when I was pregnant, because I remember I was still at work. I was about to take maternity leave. This guy, because he wanted to match my standards so much, because he was living a lie, he went and he got a loan. And he bought a car, he bought some trucks and a car, something like that.
He bought a truck and a car.
A car. Wasn't it 2 trucks?
No.
At some point he had 2 trucks.
Oh, okay.
But they were not, they were taking both of them.
Yes,
now, this car, because we like and he will push you Friday, Sunday, in the middle of the night. He had an accident, like he was the man of inconvenience. Well, you know when you say the person is everything, when he calls, there is nothing nice. It's a problem. Every time you have to solve the problem. That's what I hate in my life. Because I love comfort, I love convenience.
How
So now he calls, guys, I'm heavily pregnant, right? Like your accident, they've just bumped into some security company's wall somewhere in Rodiport. Now I have to drive all the way to Rodiport, Hakifisha at the scene, everything. I don't know how he shaya those people to say, no, we'll just exchange numbers, don't call the cops, something like that. It didn't make sense, but I know he's like that. Now, he instead of leaving his number,
and they were drunk.
They were drunk. He gave them my number, guys, and it was my work number. I had my personal number, and I had this cell phone from work. And at that time, I was gonna leave that cell phone at work because I was going on maternity leave. I leave the phone there. So while I'm chilling at maternity leave, people from work, they call me. Yo, there is a investigator here that's busy calling you because apparently you bumped into some security, like things that are just embarrassing, these things at my workplace. I'm supposed to be chilling. They don't want to bother me because I'm at home taking care of the baby now. It's him, his issues. I have to solve his issues. Hi, I'm so sorry, guys. I denied. I said I don't know anything about that. It's not me. That's not my car because the car is
some story that's more similar to that one. It's when this guy was sick. He had flu, and he went to the doctor.
Guys, I've never gone in my whole life of living in, like, I've never gone to a doctor, like a private doctor. Even kids are psychologist. I've never even heard of someone who has done that. I don't know how this guy pulled that stance. That's why I'm saying that he used to pull some stance, like convince wise people. Well, this guy went there, medical center,
Little Falls.
Yeah. And then Bamo checker, like the normal abona doctor and everything, and this guy didn't pay. And then he gave them your number. Yeah. These people kept on calling. Even today, that bill hasn't been settled. Yeah. They even gave up because you told them it wasn't me. I still don't get it. Like, I don't know. Shy people in that manner. If I can be like that, just rock up
there at Life Hospital and say, Kitalibon.
He had this thing about him. Like, I'm telling you a story. Now he comes into a room and he says something, like, you just believe him. Like, he's got the powers, like his tongue.
But no, I've never believed him.
Really?
Never.
Because I remember when I really got fed up of him because there were so many things that he would do. Or the car again. He said to me, I'm gonna buy you a car. Or he started by saying, I'm gonna buy you a car, but since I'm not a South African citizen and I happen now, self-employed, I'm a hustler or something like that, you will go get this car.
Yes. And
I'll give this money for installment.
That's a scam that people are.
Hey, many people have fallen, but so many ladies are still falling. People go on social media and then celebrate. My man has bought me a Range Rover. My man has bought me a Porsche. That time, the guy with the sign and installment. And at that time, so many people. He's the one who's gonna be driving.
Yeah, he's gonna be driving it. But after like 2-3 installments is gone.
I refused. I said no because he wanted. Because he said it was the car of his choice. Because he came with this guy, the salesperson. It was a BMW X6. No, X5. X5.
Yeah.
It was X5. The X6. Well, yeah, X6 wasn't there at that time. He comes with that X5.
So towards X5.
First of all, I don't even like BMW. So you don't test drive. I can one fella
for my twins.
Can I just buy something? I know I'm in the middle of buying a car. I want to buy a car, but can it be
the car that
I can afford? The car of my choice. I'm not going for this X5. You think I'm not gonna afford to that? It's okay. If you can buy the car for yourself, then you let me drive it, but let it be your car. Then the other time I just decided I went to Jeep and I bought a car, a brand new car. I bought a Jeep Compass because I believe that this is the car that I can afford. It's comfortable. It's a money car. It's a mini SUV. It's fine. I remember that we drive it from Constantia to our house. It's like Boma 7,
and then that time it was before this times of content whereby hotels were the balloony there by the dealership and
they were not doing that.
There was no such thing.
There was no such thing. And again, we were not really doing the videos and all because it was just Facebook. There was no Instagram at that time. I come home now, I'm just happy I got the car, it smells fresh and all of that. And then he was like, can I be the first one to go put petrol in it? And I agreed, okay, it's fine, go. Until he must go take pictures. Like
to be the first one
to be the first one to post. He took pictures and it was clocking, I think it was 17 kilometers. The reason I remember it was 17 kilometers because that picture stayed on Facebook for the longest time. 17 kilometers on the clock, then he posted.
So people can see it.
I just bought my daughter and my wife a car. At that time, I remember him saying, What was he saying? Oh, we had an argument about the car, the registration of the car. Yeah, because I had my own personalized registration numbers that were just there, and then he was like, no, you can't say T-twins, because remember our cars were T-twins. We can't say T-twins because now you know, for the sake of Mwana, guys. And then I decided, I will give for Aza. Kati and he's got the reason for Aza. He's the one who bought the car for us. Yeah, this was actually to prove the lies that he has spread to people out there. Then I agreed. I'm not busy, guys. First week, second week, he asked if he could drive this car to Lesotho. I remember I refused the first time. Then the second weekend, he came with his dad, because he had told his dad that he's buying a truck somewhere in Boksburg. It was all the hoo-ha thing, taking the parents to Boksburg and all. Then he came to me when they were about to leave. He comes back inside the house and he says to me, can I drive this car back? I will come back. You know, something like that. He's asking if he could take this car. He knew that if he was alone, yes, if he was alone, I wasn't going to agree because I had refused. Now he's doing it in front of these people because I'm not going to say no. That was the trick. That was Then I agreed, it's fine, you can take the car. He took it. Halfway there, that's when he called me and said, I didn't know that it was Chawi petrol like this. Can you send me money for petrol? For petrol, like for me to know what e-wallet is, I didn't know anything about e-wallet. I think he's the first person to know e-wallet. He said e-wallet. We're talking about 2013, early 2013 couple, 2012. Yeah. Then I decided, no, it was September 2012. Yes, Azania was born in December 2011. This was September 2012. Around September there, 2012, August, September 2012. How did the graduation August, September, somewhere there, because it was around that time. Then I refused. I said, not to take money out of my pocket and send it to you. That one I'm not doing. I did not do it. I refused. Then I don't know, he made a plan. I think he will shy other people on the way. Yo, that car was on the road the whole night, going here and there, and then the whole weekend he's got the car. On a Monday, because I was doing field work, I was already back at work. I was doing field work, so there was the tracker in my car. Is it the tracker or whatever? You know that thing that registers the kilometers, your mileage, because I was doing work stuff and my personal stuff, so I will register coming from home is this and this and so I was submitting that log book whatever at the end of the month so that they can reimburse whatever petrol. Yes, so now I want this because it's the end of the month. He's got the car. He said he's coming back on Sunday and that thing is in that car. So Monday I go to work, but I use a different car because he's not around. So we started fighting. So like the finance is here with me. Hey, Matito, we're supposed to pay you now. Your things are not complete. You know, the last day of the month we're supposed to be submitting this. I don't have it. So now I'm busy with him. Now he's starting to get annoyed. No, you want your car back? Hey, that car is not here. I gave it to some people because I'm still busy.
You're putting me under pressure, so I gave it to someone to bring it to back.
Now I'm waiting for this person that he says he's driving my car. I'm uncomfortable. How can he just send someone? And I'm even asking him, why don't you call my dad to come get the car? Because I'll be comfortable for my dad to drive the car back to me. I know, because you are busy pressurizing me. Okay, no. We're waiting for this person. Nothing of a sort. My car didn't have a tracker. It only had that thing yet. The mileage. Yeah. So now, okay, he puts on like waiting for it. At some point, he said to me, it's somewhere on Hanaki, this road here, in Asia, El Dorado Park. That road. I remember we drove all the way until we got to Boma. Then we realized there is no such because we went back home. And then at some point he said, it's a little happened. No, they had an accident. Those people
Somewhere in Free
in Free State, in Ritz, they bumped into some Leburu Pulasin. So Leburu decided to take that car because these guys are drunk, they don't even have licenses. Yo, I'm crazy at that time. I'm thinking, should I phone insurance? When I phone insurance, I'm not the one who's driving the car. Yeah, I don't know who's driving the car. Those people are drunk, you know. I decided, no man, let me call my cousin who works at the traffic department to check or maybe they can trace this car if it has crossed the border, if there were accidents on that road. Then my cousin said, no accidents reported in those areas. Check out this car crossed the border to Lesotho on Friday. It never came back. It's still that side. Like all these things that answered the work of it. It's all lies. Lies. And
then you call my dad.
I called my dad and I said to my dad, you know what?
His dad.
Phone this guy's dad and asked, where is my car? Because you know when you're fighting with someone, with your partner, you don't want to involve your parents because you're thinking maybe you will get his acts together before you report that, because once it goes to your parents, it's a mess.
There's no comeback.
Now I realize, no, there is no way. My dad has to be involved now. Call my dad. My dad calls his dad. His dad was like, up and down, but inside the country. My dad, my dad is coming to get the car. That's when he drove back to Joburg. He calls me, please come outside. Insurance. Because I realized the whole point.
No, remember, he called you at some point and said, I told you that the car was involved in an accident. What do we have to do now? And because the Liburu guy took the car, so
call the insurance.
Now you must call the insurance and tell the insurance that the car has been stolen. So your insurance will just reimburse you or something like light.
So I refused to do all those things. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. Now he comes back and he said, I told you to phone the insurance. Why didn't you phone the insurance? Because you could have said the car had disappeared and all.
Because the plan was to take the car, so the car stays in Lesotho, and then whatever the insurance gives you, now it's Fedile. Just like that, it's his car now.
That's how he wanted to steal that car. He actually wanted to disappear with the car. Yeah. So now, do you even know my insurance? Yo, then the guy started hitting me. Like I thought it was a joke. He started hitting me from the car. Then I'm scared to go inside the house because my sister is there in another room and my daughter is there. Then I decided, okay, it's fine. Let me go back. I went back. I thought we are cool now. We are fine. If like a pretender, as if nothing happened. Got inside the house. Can't remember what had happened again inside the house. Then he started hitting me again. And my daughter was in her cot because we were sleeping in the same bedroom. Then he took the child. I remember him going outside
with the child.
He just pulled in the back seat. No car seat, nothing. Like and we're talking about
just months old.
8 months old baby. 8 months old baby. And then he wants to drive off with the car. Immediately when he did that, I called the security. Then I said to security guard, don't allow that guy to get out of this estate, because that's not, first of all, that's my child. Second of all, that's my car. So I don't know where he's going. So they were tiptoeing around him.
Yeah, because they didn't know, because they thought he's the man of the house.
And yes, now there's like, oh, okay. But then they managed to stop him. He came back, then they left. After they left again, he took this child and put this child, the baby, on the edge of the bed. Because he started hitting me, then he put the baby on the edge of the bed. So you know what happens as a mother when your 8-month-old baby, they put them on the edge of the bed. You're gonna release everything, because I was hiding my face. The only thing that I wanted to do was to hide my face. So I want to reach to a child because she's gonna fall. Then that's when he started hitting me. Then I couldn't hide it anymore. Then so they could hear that there was a fight in here. And then you called the security guard again. I remember that
I called the cops.
Oh yeah, you called the cops. Yo, like they were tiptoeing around him. I remember I went there at the police station, Haniju police station, to open the case. And then
the cops came because he was in the police van and we're driving behind him. And then he kept on sending messages now. Yeah. And then he even called his mother, and then his mother called him like, it was all about Mwanaka.
At that time, I had a problem with this guy, but I trusted his family. Even though the first red flag about his family was that they never disclosed that he's got kids. But I forgave them. I said maybe it's none of their business, or maybe he said to them, he told me, I'm okay with this. Now this was the second red flag, and I said I can't be associated with this family because this woman, I tell her that the first thing she says is that I wonder where my son is gonna sleep because I'm sure you yeah. So now I decided, this can't be my mother-in-law. This is the end of it. Then I started finding exit from that moment. Then now, we're not even 6 months in this marriage. No, it's 8 months now. It's going to a year. Yeah, now he comes back, then the cops have convinced me, you can't open a case. You know what it's gonna do to his career? He's a lawyer, and then he's a foreigner, something like that. Then I decided, remember, he's the father of your child. Something like that. Okay. I get a protection order. Like they were helping him. Yeah, you know, how can the cops be so scared of this? What's wrong with this guy? Yeah, then he left. And at some point I thought, okay, maybe we could resolve this issue because he left, like he moved out.
No, so the issue of engagement ring.
Oh, the engagement ring.
So this because I remember,
because that was the day I gave him his engagement ring. That was the end of it. I never worked.
I remember. No, you got back together again after 1 because I remember you planned a birthday party. And people who were invited. I just decided I'm not
that
going.
Was his comeback.
That was his comeback because remember after that party he came to the house.
Yes.
He came to the house and then every time when it's time to pay,
he says to me, I'm gonna have a party for my daughter. She's 10.
No, let's talk about the engagement ring first. So remember,
I can't even remember where we were from because
we're from somewhere.
We were from Tembisa.
We're from Tembisa,
yeah, we
right?
went to see our family. In
Tembisa.
And
then we're excited. It was all nice.
That was the first time we introduced him to our cousins
in Tembisa.
Yes.
So this guy now decides, maybe this woman, it's time she has an engagement ring. No. Let's go buy the engagement ring. How if you we all drive. Go witness. So we all drive. We go to Clearwater Mall. I can't come and go for one and living. And then when we got in there,
and you know when he arrives at the place, he behaves like a king. Like even the assistant will look at him. The shop assistant will be
there's this thing of retail people. When you get into a store like expensive, like just go to Sandton City, where you can shop on. That's why I keep up like the shop is expensive. What do you look? Because they judge you by your look. So and then there are some people, even if you have money, you don't show it. Like so, the retail girls will give you like funny and think you're not, he's this kind of a person, when he walks into a store, they think he's got money.
Yeah, his confidence. And Hababe is very funny. Like his make people laugh, and he comes up with some jokes. And the moment he arrives into a room, if Likenze take him, he's already put it in his head. He already knows who are you and all of that. Yes, yes. And then if Lahali Fisha or restaurant or a certain place, when he looks at the menu, he doesn't just look at the menu, he reads the history of that restaurant. You know, come on, he's very knowledgeable. He knows a lot of things. So interest. Yeah.
So in higher regard. Yeah, so we went to the store in Clearwater Mall. When we get there, he invited to Elena to witness the funk. When we get there, Mugaya Hana Chetosa, I can't remove
every time he will create the fun and he will create the hype around you so that you will get embarrassed. No, we can't be creating this whole thing because now the attention is on us. Then it's more like even when you go to a restaurant, he will make sure that even the manager will come to your table because he will be creating those conversations. And at the end of the day, he will be saying,
there's no,
and he will make sure that people respect him. He will be respected.
So all the embarrassment after this hype.
Everything was all about you pay, I will refund you. I'm traumatized.
That's why guys, Maiso, I can go to, maybe we go to gym in the morning. So I leave my wallet. I just said, okay, let me buy a lip gloss. She will never.
Guys,
never.
Guys, let me tell you something. I will give you my money if I am comfortable. I'm not gonna want this money back. Refund. So this guy, with the arts,
okay, let's talk about the guy.
You and me. So what happened with the guy? Did I pay?
No, you didn't.
Can you send it now because I just
because I remember he left us in the store and then said, no, let me go to the bank.
Go to the bank. He said, let me go to the bank. When he goes to the bank, he calls me.
Yeah.
And we started credit card. I just knew but I will feel like I bought my own ring. I'm not gonna buy my own ring. Never.
And there was no need for that.
And there was no need here. The first thing that he wanted after our fight was the ring. How good.
No, because they left like when he was leaving, like for the last time. There's still too many stories.
There's still too many stories.
I think today this video is too long.
Yeah,
we're gonna shoot again. This is part 2, guys.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please comment below. And I'm sure he will respond when he sees this video because he's the master of respondences. We love you.
We love you.
Please subscribe. Bye-bye.